Michael here with Team PK. Big ol' here.
How's it going, fellas? So, went to the regionals. Was yesterday. We're recording the day afterwards because the camera died for reasons. I got second place. Nicked again.
It's funny because Nick won.
Yeah, he dodged me. Oh yeah. No, it's alright. I copped the draw to Dom in round 4 in the Thunder matchup. Man's a sack. I love him. Game 1 was insane. Yeah, so here's my deck profile basically. So undefeated technically, but second place. I made a few changes from the last list, so we'll go into it. So pretty basic stuff. First is the 3, 3, and 3. I still think you need to play 3 of this card. Flogs every back of the deck.
It's a starter deck card.
Yeah, it's a starter card. Like, you just lose games where you don't open starter cards. So I lied in my last one. I'm still playing Foul, and then these two. I said I wouldn't play this anymore, but I like the locals beforehand. I versed 4 Danger Thunder decks, and if you go first against them and make Dweller, they can like generally not kill you. So I just wanted to keep making Dweller basically, and it was fine. Like if you go second, you just side it out. I got the third one. Shout out to Jason, he got me the third one. This card's insane. This card we just draw to. Anybody who's playing debug and not like I still see people playing debug and not this card, which just doesn't make sense to me because like your main competition is the Danger Thunder deck, and if you just go second and you open debug, you just lose because that debug says search a card and this card says draw to. So do the math, I guess. So hand trap ratio, I moved it up from last time. There's 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, and 3 Imperm.
That's not common Imperm.
Oh, not common imp. Well, when they get common imperms, then we can be more of a scrub, I guess. I decided to go to the 3 imperms now because I actually had access to them. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, well, thanks, Michael. Don't you judge, right? Don't start with me. No. So I wanted to play more hand traps because I figured like the high. I don't know about the highest represented deck, but the hardest deck to face in the room would have been the Danger Thunder deck. But I didn't want to main deck anything that would be bad in the Salad Mirror because I knew there'd be tons of salad. So I just thought playing these 9 would cover my bases the most. And like this card was still fine because you can still trap trick it from deck and all that sort of stuff. So just 9 in the main. For spells, 3 circle. I decided to play 2 will. I said in my last one that I wanted to play 2, and I realized that I was playing 1 will and 1 reborn. So I just cut the reborn and played the second, and it was nuts. No issues there. This card's bonkers. And the field spell. My only other spell was still the 3 enemy controller. This card is still insane. It's the best card in my deck. You just econ things and don't die. It's just craziness. Like at locals the day before, I econed a VFD and VFD didn't want his turn, so he just couldn't kill me. It was just bonkers. And then like
bonkers. Yeah,
at regionals I versed a mech invoked player, and on his turn he made Caligula against me, and then I negated it, played my turn. And then on his turn, I econed the Caligula, so he had to play through his own Caligula. It was just freaking broken. It's the best card of my deck. For traps, I'm still playing 3 Rage and 2 Raw. I think this is still the correct ratio. You want to draw these cards because, like, in every like mirror you play or every striker matchup you play, because they're all maining upwards of like 6 to 12 hand traps. If they hand trap you twice, you can generally still end on Wolf depending on your hand. And then if you draw these, you don't have to search them and you'll blow them out every time because they've neg 2 to stop you from searching these. And then you open them and you blow them out. It just happens every time. The only reason we're not playing 3 Raw is because if you draw it going second, it's not as applicable as Rages, that's all. Plus post board, if you go second, you take 1 out.
And you can trap trick for this card.
Yeah, and you can trap trick for this card. So that's why we're playing 2 trap trick in the main. Like, trap trick also gets the imperms. So, you know, that's relevant as well. I did that multiple times. It's really good against Striker too, being able to like trap trick for Imperm in the roll zone. I never had to do that, but you can like, that's general blowout. Alright, that's the main deck. The extra deck is still exactly the same pretty much.
Jesus Christ, can these guys go away and stop messaging me?
Jeez.
Trying to record and it's like flooding my messages.
You're too popular.
Yeah. It's a group chat.
The group chat, I'll bugger them all. Yeah, so it's still the same, it's just 3, 3, 2. Definitely have to play 3 of this. I've seen a couple of lists cutting it to 2. I think that's very silly. This card's still bonkers. This combo is ridiculous.
Is that the word of the day now? Bonkers?
Bonkers.
He gets a new word every week.
Yeah, well, I guess. This is for the Reaper still, and only one and one. It's pretty normal. Don't play 2 Mirage Stelio, it's not necessary. Something that's come up, I've been asked multiple times, is I don't play the Fusion spell, the Fusion of Fire. I don't think it's relevant. If you go second, even in the mirror, your econs will generally just cover your bases. I realize econ's not searchable, but like, if you're playing Fusion of Fire, you would only generally play one anyway, because it's accessible by your entire engine. So like, I figured it would just be better to actually send other engine cards and advance your game state every turn than trying to blow them out with cards. Like, blow them out with an engine that they're already preparing for, and then like...
That loses to Veiler.
Yeah, that loses to Veiler. And then like, funnily enough, like, if you get Fusion to Fire, having this turn 1 stops that. Because if they fuse your whole board and like your traps become dead, when they swing, you just econ the defense mode and they just lose. Like, it's just... Because then they have to like... They have to use the rest of their hand to like overextend. So if you have like 1 hand trap in that scenario, they'll just do it, just die. What I wanted to do was like play less brick cards in my deck, because like if you open the Fusion Fire going first, if you main it, it's just awful. And then like I needed the room in my side deck as well. I just figured it'd be way better to try and advance your game set every turn and guarantee a follow up for the next turn.
I mean, hey, it worked out for you, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's kind of like really similar to Striker Theory. Is like if you can guarantee a play on the follow up turn, then you're in the game almost every turn. So like that's what you're trying to do. So I'd rather just not play the card, because it just says like if you don't kill them, you lose basically. That's why we didn't play it. Alright, the side deck is way different. Played 3 Droll and 3 Reaper this time. So if you verse the Danger Thunder deck post board, you have 15 hand traps in your deck. So you should stunt them every time. You just like Reaper Skull Dread or Droll them, and they never get anywhere. The amount of times I just open like Droll Veiler or something.
So you do Droll Ash, and that worked out pretty well for you.
Yeah, like Droll Ash is still fine. You know, like any 2 hand traps, and then like you win every time basically. Yeah, like I haven't lost to a Danger Thunder deck at either event, the Saturday or the regionals on the Sunday. So I versed 5 of them, and I 2'd all of them except for Dom. Funnily enough.
And yeah, you tied with Dom, right?
I tied with Dom at regionals, yeah. You sacky bastard. Rip the Wyver burst. I'll be mad about that till the end of time. No, it's fine. I play the Scythe for the Sanctum package. This package is still bonkers. Like, I said it again. Bloody hell. Can't stop myself. No, yeah, against anything, you put it in when you go first, and they just lose because you get free value by summoning this under Wolf, and then like you can roar to negate them from stopping it, and then they can't extend.
And you just stop them for the turn. You're just too far ahead.
Yeah, like you don't need any other going first cards in your main deck, because your deck's already brilliant going first, and this card just locks out the mirror, which is like the most important matchup. It's also very good against the danger deck.
It's a floodgate.
Pretty much. 3 Chalice. This was a new addition. I cut all the Call by the Graves from the deck. I don't play Call by the Graves at all anymore. I decided to put the Imperms in over the Call by the Graves and then just side this. This card's insane. Like, chains to Dweller, chains to Scythe, chains to VFD, chains to Mechaba. All of these have come up, by the way. I've done all of them. I had Chalice to Caliga, play through, Mechaba, play through, like...
Perfectly weird locals.
Yeah, it's just really strange. And then, like... Any matchup where you think they're going to put in artifacts for you can play Chalice. Like I versed one of my striker opponents. I saw him siding in 10 cards, and I'm like, okay, that's an artifact package. So I put 3 Chalice in my deck. Sure enough, he opened Sanctum, and just, well, no, he opened Sanctum. I had the Ash for the Sanctum, but I didn't have the Chalice. But like, I put them in, so like like if they're siding in that many cards, you can generally tell. It did help when he said, "Oh, I'm siding 10 cards out loud." I shout out to that guy. He was really cool. I can't remember names though. But yeah, no, this is very good. It covers all your matchups. Like
just a very good going second card.
Yeah, it's like just in genuine, like very good. And then like in random scenarios, if you put it in your deck going second, even if your opponent makes you start, it's still good because it's just like a set and a trap that like actually can do stuff.
It's basically a weaker imperm at that point.
Yeah, it's like more effect veiler essentially, or more imperm, like better. And then I just cut to 2 Duster instead. I still wanted to have like coverage for like Striker and Geist, because I knew Leo was gonna play Geist. I figured he would after the whole debacle. But I still wanted to have coverage, and then like I wanted to play these over twins because I made the trap trick, so you can like trap trick this from your deck, because I thought that would be more relevant. I put them in my deck once versus the striker deck and didn't see them. But that's right. So yeah, so it was like a really weird regionals. Like I was undefeated Fur High round 3. That was wild. Like I guess most people won't be prepared for that deck, but either way. And then yeah, draw in the 4th round. It's quite a depressing realization when you get to round 5 and realize you can't win the regionals. Bloody Nick. I'll get him later. It's all good. You know, shout outs to all the PK boys. Shout outs to Kyle. Came down. Man's a legend. Check out his auction page. Alright.
Alright, PK signing out.